and then you'll die.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. So in this video, I'm gonna be ranking every season 0 character in the game and giving my opinion on their rank and their situation in the actual game right now. So I hope you enjoy this video. Um, Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what I should do for next video. And thanks for watching and enjoy the video. So coming up first, we got Adam Warlock. So Adam Warlock for me, um, he he's pretty good actually. Like overall, yeah, he's pretty good. He's got really good heals. And for me, he should be like the hardest healer to kill, just because he has two insta heals and his regenerative cocoon, which like basically revives him. But I feel like when I play against an Adam Warlock, the people who play him are just bad. Uh, and they don't really know how to synergize with their team and help their main healer. So for me, he's either going in low A tier or high B tier. Probably going in high B tier. So next up, we've got Black Panther. So Black Panther is, in my opinion, one of the hardest characters to play. I've played him a bit, and I've got to be honest, he's really hard to play. You've got to know some combos. You can't like rush in like that. You've got to go on their back line. So for me, if you know how to play him, he's probably high A tier, I'd say. All right. So next up, we've got Black Widow. So Black Widow for me, she's not really the kind of sniper that you want to play because like between Black Widow and Hawkeye, it's obvious Hawkeye's way better. He can one shot a ton of of characters. So Black Widow, again, if you know how to play her, she's pretty strong. Like in this game, I feel like any character that you play, if you know how to play them, they can be really strong. But just Black Widow, she's kind of hard to play, I'd say. Uh, yeah, I'd probably put him in mid C tier or bottom C tier, in my opinion. Next, we've got Bruce Banner. So Bruce Banner, um, yeah, in my opinion, he's actually pretty strong, even though he kind of gets countered a lot and quite easily, actually. Um, but if you play with a good team, like you kind of need your team to play Bruce Banner, in my opinion. You can, of course, you can rush in, but you're not gonna do that much if you play if you just rush in. So I'd probably put him in like mid B tier, or no, wait, no, low A tier, I think. Yeah, in my opinion, he's probably low A tier. All right, so next up on the list, we've got Bruce Banner or Hulk. So Hulk, I'd probably put him in mid A tier or kind of A tier. I'm not really sure, but um, because he actually enables one of the strongest power-ups in the game with Doctor Strange and Iron Man, and Doctor Strange is like, in my opinion, one of the best tanks in the game right now. And Iron Man is just crazy. Like he's super versatile. He does a ton of damage. So I'm not sure if I put him above. Yeah, I'll probably put him above Black Panther, but just because like he's not an S tier because you can't solo you can't rush in solo and do anything, kind of like you really need to play off your team, and if you play off your team well, you can just do crazy shit. So he's probably gonna go in high A tier, in my opinion, just because like, yeah, like I said, he enables like the strongest power up in the game, in my opinion. All right, so next we've got Captain America. So Captain America, I don't really know where to put him. Uh, Probably put him in like low C tier too, just because I haven't really seen any impactful Captain Americas like in a long time. Just because like, just like Storm, his cooldowns are way too low. Like his dash, like no, like his slam and his shield have 12 seconds of cooldown. That's just huge, and like uh, he's not really that impactful in a game where like you could just pick another tank and just do the same work. All right, so for Cloak and Dagger, she's definitely S tier. Like she is definitely S tier. I don't really see her that often, but like she is just so strong. Like the wall, Cloak's wall is like uh, it gives a 20% damage like buff, like the opponent takes 20% more damage and it blinds. Like that is just like so strong if you can play off it, and you can even like single-handedly win fights as a healer against a DPS if you hit that wall. So that's just crazy. Yeah, for me she's probably really like kind of mid S tier, I'd say. All right, so for Doctor Strange, you know I gotta put him in highest tier. He's got everything. He's got good HP, like good mobility, good damage. He's got a huge shield. He's good at contesting in the airs. He's good at contesting the point. He can just yeah. He's a really good tank in my opinion. He's probably like the best tank with Magneto. Highest here, definitely. All right, so Groot. Groot's a weird one actually. Like, he's super underrated in my opinion. Like, I like him a lot. I've got kind of a lot of hours on him. Um, in my opinion, he's really map dependent. Like, he's so strong on Hydro base, and like he's really good at blocking choke points because like his walls are so annoying. He's really good on maps where you can't really flank him. Uh, so and he also has like a really strong tank ult. In my opinion, one of the best. So I'm actually not really sure where to put him. High B tier? I think it's a good one, high B tier, yeah. Alright, so Hawkeye. Hawkeye, definitely highest tier. In my opinion, best hero in the game. Um, just because if you fully charge his shot at 100, like 100%, he does almost 400 damage in a headshot. Like that is so crazy. It's okay if he has kind of a weird mobility because only like you just have to hit the headshot and the guy's dead. Like he's just so strong. His numbers are so high, and that's why he's gonna get nerfed next season. Um, but yeah, he's just so overpowered. This character is like yeah, that's crazy. So actually, I'm probably gonna put Hela higher than Hawkeye. I'm sorry. Hela definitely the best character in this game. She has everything. She has great mobility, like I said in my last video. She does a ton of damage. She has a stun, so if anyone wants to dive on you, you can just stun them. Her bird, you can run away with it. Her ult, in my opinion, one of the best ults in the game, does a ton of damage. She is just so strong at everything. She's also gonna get nerfed next season, so I'm kind of happy because I don't play Hela. Like I play Hela a lot, but like I also play other heroes. So Hela, yeah, definitely for me is the best hero in the game. Her shots are actually really easy to hit just because it's hit scan. So yeah, she's just so strong. All right, so Iron Fist. So Iron Fist, this hero actually fell down a lot. Um, for me, he's probably better than Widow. Yeah, in my opinion, Widow is probably the worst hero in this game. Um, Iron Fist, he's really easy to counter. In high elo, in low elo, he might probably be stronger. Just because people don't know how to counter him. But he's really easy to counter. He can't kill you if he outplays you, but he's just so easy to outplay. Like, yeah, his kit is, in my opinion, it's pretty like full, but it's kind of weird. Like, it's kind of clunky. So, yeah, probably uh better than Black Widow, but worse than Captain America, definitely. All right, so Iron Man. Iron Man, in my opinion, is really dependent on Hulk. Like if Hulk isn't in your game, like Iron Man gets way weaker. Um, just the fact that his beam goes from 180 to 240 with the team up is just huge. And that's what I like about this game. Team ups just change. It can change. It can change the course of the game really quickly. Like if I would be ranking it without the team ups, he'd probably go in mid B tier, kind of low B tier even. So yeah, I'm putting him in mid or high A tier. I'm not really sure, just because if you have one of these two characters in your game, you get shredded. Like if you try to ult, you get shredded. If you go up, you get killed. Like these two characters are way too strong, and that's why Iron Man is kind of a weird character because you can be really good at him, but if there, it depends. Like, you can carry your match, but it depends um, who the enemy's characters are. That's what's kind of weird about him. But otherwise, he's really good. All right, so for Jeff, Jeff, in my opinion, he's actually a really strong character in low elo, but after that, she kind of gets lower. I'm not really sure where to put him, just because his ult is strong, but then you can't hear your teammates, and that's what's really good about Jeff. Like he actually heals a lot with his bubbles and his ray of healing and his beam of healing. But his ult is kind of weird because it loses all its value if there's not a pit near, like the void. If it's not near you, you can't kill your enemies, so it loses all its value. Um, it's kind of a weird one to place too because uh, yeah, his ult is not that good. Like it's really good if you get like three or four people in your ult, and then you can throw them off the map. But if you don't, then you stop healing your tanks during your ult, and then they all die. So then you have nothing to push off of. So yeah, in my opinion, he's probably going in high B tier. All right. So in my opinion, Loki, he's actually he's kind of underrated, because like if you can copy a good defensive ult in your game, that's just really strong. Like if you copy a Mantis or a Luna ult, he can just like his value goes way up. But if there's like a Rocket and a Jeff in your team that don't have good defensive ults, his value just goes down. So in my opinion, he's probably going low A tier, I mean, or high B tier. I'm not really sure, but like if you can copy a Luna Snow ult, that's a really good defensive ult. You can just like his value goes way up. Um, he's also not the easiest healer to play, but he's not the hardest either. So yeah, low A tier for me, in my opinion, is pretty good. All right, so for Luna Snow, as I said in my last video, Luna Snow is just like, in my opinion, one of the best. Like, it's definitely the best healer in the game. Um, Probably yeah, behind Hawkeye, and yeah, just because like she has so much healing, like so much healing. Her shift pierces through enemies. Like the beam pierces through your teammates and enemies. So she has great AOE. Her shift just does a ton of healing. If there's a tank that's pressuring you, you can just freeze him. And then you run away. She has good mobility too. Her ult is like, in my opinion, the one like definitely the best healing ult in the game. Um, so yeah, she's really strong. Uh, and yeah, if you play, if like I am a Luna Snow main, and I just love her. Like I love her. No, but like she's just so strong. Alright, so for Mantis, yeah, definitely a great hero. Um, she does a lot of damage. Like, she's kind of an offensive healer in my opinion. She heals less than Luna Snow, obviously, but just like what's really strong in her kit is that if you land asleep, like it's like an insta kill. It's a guaranteed kill. If you manage to get one shot off the enemy before he sleeps, and then you get like two body shots or two headshots, the enemy is dead. Like her sleep is just so annoying. If someone tries to pressure you, boom, you just make him fall asleep, and then you kill him. Like it's just so strong if you know how to play off your team too. Yeah, very versatile too. Very strong character. All right, so Magic. Magic, in my opinion, she's kind of overrated. I'll put her in high B tier, just because like her ult used to be really strong, guarantee like 3 or even more 4 kills. But now that there's like people just learn to adapt and just to heal so much. Like there's just so much healing in this game right now, that like uh, she can get a few kills, but not as much as before. And she's definitely worse than Black Panther. So she's going in a high B tier in my opinion. She's she's still really good, but yeah, she's kind of overrated in my opinion. All right, so Magneto. Magneto, in my opinion, probably under Doctor Strange. Just because Doctor Strange, I play him a lot and he's really strong. But Magneto, yeah, he has a super versatile kit. They provide good team support with his shield, and also his ult. Yeah, let's just not talk about it. You charge it like for 1 second, and you can kill a ton of a ton of other characters in the game. He's really strong. His ult it acts kind of like a defensive ult, just because it kind of attracts the attention to you, and people gotta move, like they have to change their position. You can like if someone's on a good position, you can make him leave with your ult. That's just really strong. Uh, Overall, she's really good, and yeah. All right, so I know that a lot of people say that Moonlight is like low B tier, mid B tier. In my opinion, he's actually high B tier. Uh, just because like I play him a lot, and he's not the easiest character to play, but he's actually pretty easy. So in low elo, you just put your totem, and then you just you just auto shoots on the enemy. But he actually gets countered super easily by Hawkeye and Hela. He also does not have a lot of HP, and he has a huge hitbox. That's one of the main problems with Moon Knight in my opinion. 250 health for a huge hitbox. He gets killed really easily if you don't have good positioning, but he also has good movement. So yeah, kind of a weird one, but for most people, he's probably low B tier, I'd say. But for me, in my opinion, he's high B tier. All right, so Namor. Namor, in my opinion, he's probably low A tier. He's actually like really, really, really strong with Luna Snow with their team up. His turrets like they have like 200 HP. They melt tanks. They melt GPS characters. In my opinion, Namor is probably like one of the most consistent GPS characters in this game. He's actually really strong. Honestly, nothing more to say about him. If you play him well, if you have good aim, you can shred tanks. You can shred other heroes. But yeah, in my opinion, he's low H here. All right, so Penny Parker, Penny. She's kind of a weird one too. In my opinion, she's probably low to mid B tier. Just because like I don't really see her often. In low elo, she's probably better. But like, it's kind of hard to rank these characters based on a tier list because it depends on a lot of things. Like it depends on maps. It depends on what the other team picks. Like for example, Penny. If there's a Hulk on the other team, she's just so strong against the Hulk, because Hulk's mobility, he has to charge his mobility, and like Penny, she just webs Hulk before he can charge his mobility, and then Hulk dies. So she's like one of the best counters to Hulk in my opinion. But I don't really see her that often. I'm not sure if I put her before Groot or after Groot. Probably after, because in my opinion, Groot is not that bad. But yeah, I don't really see her that often. But she's kind of a solid pick if you know how to play her. All right, so Psylocke. So Psylocke, in my opinion, she is such a good character if you know how to play her. If you have good movement and good mobility, she is really, really good. Um, like one of the only downsides I see of Psylocke is that her ult, if there's a Luna Snow on the enemy team, her ult gets completely countered. Like if you use her ult, then Luna Snow uses her ult. Um, like your ult gets neutralized, and then the enemy team can push off Luna Snow's ultimate, which, and in my opinion, that's kind of the only downside of Psylocke. Otherwise, she's a really, really good character. She has huge damage output if you hit your shots, and if you know how to play her, she can shred anything. Like I said, every character in this game can kind of be good if you really know how to play them. Like yeah, if you know how to play the characters, you can really be strong. Right, so the Punisher. So the Punisher, in my opinion, he has really reliable and consistent UPS. Ever since they nerfed his shotgun, to not kill people from like 20 meters away and not be a sniper. She's better, more balanced. He kind of has the same problem as Moon Knight. Like he has a huge hitbox for 275 health, which is not a lot. But he has great damage output. He also has the ability to get in the fight quickly with his zip lines, so that's really good. Probably low B tier. Uh, yeah, probably low B tier, not higher because he doesn't have anything special. Like he's a pretty basic character. All right, so next up we've got Rocket. Rocket. I'll probably put him next to Jeff, just because he has the same problem as Jeff. Uh, his ult, it's not a great defensive ult. Like it's not really a great defensive ult. It's a The only good thing in my opinion in Rocket's kit is his beacon. His beacon is just so strong. Like your tank dies, boom, just gets back in battle in like a few seconds. But otherwise, he has great mobility too, which makes him strong. He has a small hitbox, which makes him hard to kill. But same problem as Jeff. Yeah, he's not that special. Like his ult doesn't is not a very good defensive ult. Alright, so next up we got Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch definitely worst hero in this game. I'm sorry, but like the only good thing in her kit is her ult. It just takes so freaking long to charge it. Uh, some people may try to kill the enemy's melee characters if they get on you, but she really doesn't do anything. She just lives and dies. Like, uh, she doesn't have great consistent damage output. Uh, she's just she's not good in any she's not really good in any categories except for her ult, but her ult you just get killed directly. If like a Psylocke or if a Hawkeye sees a Scarlet Witch ult, boom, you're dead. If any other character sees a Scarlet Witch ult for more than 2 seconds, you die like instantly. So that's kind of her problem. All right, so Spider-Man's kind of a tough one in my opinion. He's like he has like his damage is so inconsistent. He relies a lot on one-shotting people, and like if he doesn't have his web swings, he's dead. Like if he goes into battle and so next up is he doesn't have any more web swings, he's dead. If he doesn't have any right clicks, he's dead. His damage is so inconsistent. If you don't really know how to play him, if you don't know how to play him, you instantly die. There's not a lot of Spider-Mans that play like. There's not a lot of Spider-Mans that play in high elo. Just because he's a really hard character to play, but he's also so inconsistent and like so on top of that, he's kind of a niche character. Like you can be good with him in certain specific, very specific cases, but yeah, he's so inconsistent. He doesn't do a lot of damage, honestly. He dies so quickly, like so quickly. So because he needs to get really up close to. Alright, so Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl. Honestly, and then go out like he can't. Her kit, like her main weapon is really strong. Like her gun feels really great to use. She has good damage, but like the only thing that's bad about her kit is her ult. Her ult is just so bad. Like, first of all, it's kind of like it's so easy to not get hit by it. You can just like you just leave and just it just does its stuff by itself. Sometimes her ult just runs off the map. Sometimes it just bounces off for 5 seconds and then leaves. Sometimes it goes in the enemy spawn. It's just like her ult is really bad, in my opinion. So her gun is great. It has great damage, but just her ult is what's really keeping her back here. All right, so Star-Lord. Star-Lord, in my opinion, probably mid A tier or low A tier. Just because like if he runs into a Hawkeye or a Hela, he's instantly dead. That's what's kind of annoying about him. He has really high damage output. That's really strong. In my opinion, he's kind of a worse version of Psylocke. Because like Psylocke, she's way better killing squishies than him. But Star-Lord has a better ultimate. So yeah, probably under Black Panther in my opinion. He's kind of hard to play Star-Lord. He kind of has good mobility too, which kind of boosts him up. But if you play into a Hela or a Hawkeye, you're dead. That's why in ranked, if these two characters are dead, are banned, Starlord becomes a really good pick. But yeah, I'd probably put him here. All right, so Storm, in my opinion, yeah, she's better than these two. She's probably in this range of heroes, just because like she just does not do any damage. Uh, like she's a DPS, but she's, in my opinion, she's more of a support than a DPS. The only good thing about Storm's kit is her ult, which does do a lot of damage, but like her main attack is so bad. Uh, she can boost allies' damage, which is pretty good, but like she just doesn't do enough damage for a DPS, and she's too weak. Like if there's a Hawkeye on the map, you're dead. If there's a Hell on the map, you're dead. If the opponent's team has a Punisher on the map, you're dead. Like she just gets shut down by so many characters. That's why she's in low C tier. Yeah, she just doesn't do a lot of things except for her ult. But even even with her ult, she's not good. She's not that good. All right, so Thor. In my opinion, Thor, he's actually pretty good. He's pretty consistent. Probably put him behind above Hulk. Yeah, above Hulk. Just because like he's really resistant. Like with his shift abilities, he's really resistant. Uh, he's not as good as Strange or Magneto, or but his kit is really full. Um, if you're playing a solo tank, he's not that good. But if he has another thing to bounce off, like a Hulk or a Doctor Strange, he just becomes really good because he's a very offensive tank. Um, so yeah, he kind of needs another tank to bounce off of to make his value go up. So in my opinion, yeah, Thor is a pretty full character. He's going in high A tier or even yeah, no, yeah, high A tier because he's not as good as Magneto and Doctor Strange. Alright, so next up is Venom. Venom, yeah, she's just a weak character. With Venom, it's like a loop. Like you dive in, you take like so much damage. You don't even get a kill on someone, and then you die. And that's just the gameplay loop on this character. Um, like the two dive tanks, Captain America and Venom. In my opinion, they're just the weakest. Like they're just not strong. They don't have enough, like there's something that's missing in their kit. I hope that in next update they buff the two dive tanks, because it's way more fun to play a dive tank than a poking tank. Like with Doctor Strange, you just poke, shoot, get back to cover, shoot, then get back to cover, and like until you get an ult, and then you team wipe, and then like you win the game. But like it's not fun to play. Whereas Venom, he's really fun to play in my opinion, but he's just not good. Like he he actually kind of has good synergy with Spider-Man, but he's just not good. All right, so Winter Soldier. He's kind of hard to place in my opinion. He was really strong in the beginning, but now his damage has got nerfed a lot. He's probably under Star-Lord in my opinion. He's really risky to play because like he's kind of a close range character. His ult, like you can get a ton of value with his ult, but it's kind of situational. Like your enemies will not always be grouped up and close to you when you use your ult. Uh, in the beginning, I thought he was really strong, but now mid to low A tier, probably a fair spot for him. He has good damage output and good damage potential, but yeah, he kind of fell off. But he's still really strong. And one thing that I like about him is that he's really fun to play. Like I enjoy playing Bucky. All right, so Wolverine, Wolverine. In my opinion, probably, mm, yeah, he's better than Namor. He's kind of overrated in my opinion, but he is pretty strong. Like he's really strong against Magneto and Doctor Strange. Like the two best tanks in the game. He's really strong against them. Because what not a lot of people know is that he does percentage damage, which means like the more HP your opponent has, the more damage you do. Like on squishy heroes, he doesn't provide a lot of value, but on tanks, he shreds tanks, and that's what's really good about him. Like honestly, I'd only pick him if the problem on the enemy team was the tanks. Like if no one on your comp can really do anything to the tanks. He's a really good character against specifically these two tanks because they're shield tanks. So you can just rush in, grab them, make them go onto your backline, and then your team just focuses them and kills them. So that's what's really good about him. I also feel like he's really fun to play. Like I enjoy playing Wolverine, and yeah, he has good damage on tanks, and he's really fun to play. Anyways, thanks to everyone who watched the video until the end. It really helps a ton. You can leave a comment to tell me what you want me to do in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Like, I really hope you enjoyed. And have a nice one and have a good day.